Hey everybody, welcome back to Prince's Friend. I am your host, Prince's Friend. Today we're going to go over my review of For You, a Symphonic Celebration of Prince. And this review has been a long time coming. The show was a couple of months ago, and for some reason I just could not get this review out. But today is the day. If you want to stay in the loop, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you are notified directly whenever we put out a new video. So first off, I want to talk a little bit about the venue. It was at the Yuling Center, which used to be called the Sun Dome here in Tampa, Florida, which was why it was really cool that not only was I able to get to this event without having to fly somewhere, but also they invited me to come backstage and take extra footage. Here's a little snippet of that. This is the staging area for media. There's not a whole lot of media here. There's me and a couple of other photographers. And this is the setup, so when the show starts I get to go and take some fun video and pictures, and should be really cool. I'm very excited about this. I know, riveting, isn't it? What I will also say, though, is that there were a lot of people here, but not as many people as I was hoping for. While the floor was full and a lot of the close-up seats were full, the venue was not full. It was not a sold-out crowd. I wouldn't even say it was mostly sold. I think maybe about halfway. It really made me question, what else can I do to support more Prince love in my own town? And that's something I'm going to have to consider going forward. But anyway, then the lights go down and we get a little bit of a recorded message from Questlove, which was nice to hear.
This is Questlove, and welcome to For You, Symphonic Celebration of Prince. Woo! Prince and his music. In curating the show, I wanted to pay homage to one of the greatest musicians of our time with an entirely new vibe, the Symphony Orchestra. The first half of the show, we're going to go deep into the hidden gems. I dug deep and picked all the cool songs from his catalog that I'm sure you're going to like. The second half of the show, we chose the hits. I know this is a symphony show, but if y'all want to get up and dance and sing, celebrate, hey, that's cool with us. Sit back, chill, and let's go on a journey, a purple journey, to the man that we call Prince.
And I'm immediately like, oh my god, this is exciting. There's so many amazing things going through my head, and I was just ready for this really amazing show to come in and knock my socks off. He said deep cuts, he said popular ones. I'm just so happy for this. Then they play a few quick snippets of Prince talking about what music means to him. Really great stuff. And then launch into Controversy, Computer Blue, and Automatic.
Well, I tend to have a great affection for people who respond to music like I respond to the deepest of love and appreciation. So, all over the world you'll find different groups of people who really get into song and dance like we do.
okay, alright. None of those I would especially call deep cuts. You know, two of them were singles. One of them was in one of the biggest movies that Prince ever did. Not necessarily deep cuts. But okay, guess what? I'm still enjoying myself. I'm still being able to hear one of my favorite Prince songs, Computer Blue and Automatic, to be quite honest, in a different way, with an orchestra. It's really, really cool stuff anyway. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and keep this going. On top of the music being really cool, I have to say that the stage is visually pleasing. The lighting is to die for in this, and each one of the songs has different lighting, and it really evokes different moods. The video monitors, which are the two big things on the stage, are also flashing great images, some of Prince's handwritten lyric sheets, ones of him throughout his career. It's really, really cool. I think the only bummer was that while there were images of Prince later in his career and whatnot, we didn't really leave the 80s through the music. I know. I'm a broken record, I know, but it needs to be said. Mostly because I feel it's disingenuous to tell us going in that this is going to include rare and deep cuts, and then it's just stuff that we've already heard. It's the majority of stuff from the 80s, and damn near the entire Parade album. Here are a few of those Parade tracks, just so that you can enjoy them as well. The band itself is amazing, and by the band, I mean the band that's playing alongside the orchestra. Each of them gets their own time to shine, none of them more than the guitarist, who has the challenge of matching Prince's guitar lick. And I take that back, the electric violinist is actually, I mean, she pretty much rocks. She steals the entire show. She's got a good voice, her outfit makes her stand out. I also like the way that she seemed way into it. The rest of the orchestra seems very focused, very in their own heads, but while she's playing, she's like bobbing and dancing and having a good old time. She gets up and has a couple of solos on her electric violin. Both her and the guitarist and even the bassist and even the drummer, like everybody gets their time to shine, but she really does kind of steal the show. Take another thing back real quick. They did give us one deep cut, a rare track. It was called In My Dreams, and I can't lie, I wasn't expecting to hear it. And as promised, the second half of the show was the hits. A lot of them were from Purple Rain, as to be expected, but there were Raspberry Beret and a couple other really good ones. Here's a few of those clips. And then we get to the end of the show, which is kind of where I started feeling odd instead of excited. And what I'm about to talk about is probably the reason why I wasn't able to get a review out until now. It wasn't in my spirit until now to get it out. So in short, do you remember Prince live on the big screen? Well, for those of you who do, they try to do a version of that. So they take the audio tracks of Prince and his guitar playing from Prince and the Revolution Live. Yes, that's the one that we got from Purple Rain Deluxe. And they play that alongside the orchestra and the band keeping time with the pre-recorded performance. And this is essentially trying to pretend like Prince is there. The audience is responding to Prince, and I don't know, it just was really weird. If you haven't watched my review of Prince live on the big screen from earlier this year, you don't really have to. I have a really ugly cry face. Instead, I'll just leave you with this message to the estate. Please don't do this anymore. Attempting this sort of thing reminds us of Prince's passing, and it turns what was a beautiful orchestral tribute into a shell of a show and an imitation. And I had a bad taste in my mouth when we left the show because of it. Now, with all of that said, the ending isn't going to ruin the entire show, but I felt like I needed to talk about that a bit.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
I did run into a few friends of the channel, and I actually got one of them to say this about the concert.
Think of it.
I loved it. Here in the US is awesome. Great party, great music, great orchestra. I love you guys.
And I can't say that I disagree. I actually really did love For You. I loved hearing Prince's music through a new medium. I loved experiencing these songs in different styles. I loved the aesthetics and the ambiance set up by the tour and the stage. I loved seeing all of the love for Prince in the place. Even if Tampa didn't show up as much as I was hoping, it was still an amazing show and an outpouring of love. So in short, I was blown away in a mostly positive and emotional way. If you get the chance to check out For You in your town, take it. It was a blast. And I actually went with my wife and my two oldest kids. We had an amazing time singing Prince music. We listened to Prince all the way home. We listened to Prince constantly. It was an amazing time, and you're going to want to see For You, a symphonic celebration of Prince. So if you don't get to see the show, hopefully you've gotten a taste of it from my review here. If you have, Let's all talk about it in the comments. I want to say thank you to the patrons at patreon.com/princessfriend. Without your help, I wouldn't have been able to do so many things that we've been able to do this year, so I thank you wholeheartedly. And until next time, may you live to see the dawn. Hey everybody, another way to support the channel is to check out our cool Princess Friend t-shirts. You can find those at princessfriend.threadless.com or right underneath the video that you're watching right now from Teespring. Have a great one!